1 minute remaining in the period. 1 minute remaining in the period.
Wanna move my feet, wanna drink my wine. 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 Wanna move my feet, wanna drink my wine.
Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Wonderful day to be alive. Bless, bless, bless. I'm sweating profusely, but you know, it's a blessing to sweat. Some people, I guess, are in a cold weather right now. So I don't know. I'm trying to make the best of it. The sweat is pouring down. I have the skylight in front of me, and the heat is intense. I've had the AC on. I guess it doesn't work. I don't know what's happening, but I am sweating to the point of no return. But we're going to get through this no matter what. I don't take days off. It doesn't matter how hot I get. It doesn't matter how uncomfortable I am. It's not about me. It's about you learning. I've gotten where I need to be. Let me get you where you need to be. So let's break it down. Let's talk about Bitcoin. You're probably watching the dump right now, freaking out. Let's break down. Let's look at the dump for BTC as we speak right now. All right. Market's looking okay, though. We still see some bumps. We had a major pump in the market last night. We'll talk about it. We'll go over it in a second. So let's break it down. Let's bring that music down. Shout out to everybody here. Send in your super chats for a deep dive. If you want to go over TA, whatever you want to go over, let us know. Last day of humidity here, Sam. Nice for the rest of the week, man. I can't take it, Crypto MUSER. Sweating so bad, it's insane. Nah, I'm chill. Look at the Stokes and the RSI, right? When inflation comes in lower tomorrow, market's going to blow. Good morning. Yeah, we're looking for inflation numbers tomorrow to drop a little bit. That could create a little bit of a buzz here. We'll see what happens in the CPI data. Interesting enough. So look. I got a lot of lines here. Let's get rid of them. Don't worry. We go over Bitcoin every day here. It doesn't look like we do, but we do. No, I'm just shout out to everybody here. Relax. Take a deep breath. You're in the greatest show on earth here with the cryptolifer. Are you motivated? Are you ready to start your day great? Can I have some water? I didn't get any water. I forgot to get water. Damn it. Of course, right? Hottest day of the year. I got no water. No lemon water, no nothing. Hold on one second. I got to get some water. Sorry, I forgot a jar of water. I'm good to go now. This is real life. You know what I'm saying? Ham, do you know where the Max Global list, since it's not on Sandwich Finance? No idea, man. Thanks for asking, though. Hope you're doing well there. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on it. People assume I know everything. I know some things, not everything. Water. Okay, so let's talk about what's happening today for Bitty Bitcoin. Let's zoom out and then zoom in. How's that? How about that teasy? All right, so we talked about this yesterday. The 4 hours overbought, and I said it's likely we come down to the bottom of the channel. It's just simple as that. Like, honestly, let's readjust. I guess you could say we broke the pattern there, then we came back in, then we held it, and we held it. I'm okay with that. Kind of cheating the pattern a little bit. You could cheat the pattern every once in a while. I don't want you to doing it all the time, but you could cheat it a little bit. I'm leaving this pop out because usually that was a fake out of the pattern break back out. So when you get to the top of a pattern, you're likely to come back to the bottom. And that's Bitcoin getting up, down, up, down, up, down. Now, this wasn't a higher high, but this was a higher high. So Bitcoin getting tight in the wedge, there's nothing wrong with that. That's an ascending triangle. 50% chance of breaking up to the upside or backside, either way. So that's a 50-50 shot, okay? Nick, lost. I got stopped out of Phantom 3L yesterday, but I kept a tight stop loss. Not financial advice here. He's gonna be getting egg water soon. Yeah, you got to get that egg water. These pretzels are making me thirsty, right? Shout out to everybody here on the live. So look. So ascending triangles, right? They're 50-50s. You take the length of the base of the triangle, all right? That tells you where you're going to go. Either way, though, it's a 50-50 shot here. We break to the upside. We're going to about 27,500, 27,047 area, okay? Alt-J if you want to put a nice label on that area. If we break to the downside, you're going to clone. Never clone alone. Never clone alone. I got some people around me. Never clone alone, all right? Bang, bang. And here you can see here, 20,500 is the measured move. So either thing could happen. There's a 50% shot. So once I identify that, I go to the stochastics, and they usually lead you to the probability. So you look at the daily stochastics, and you look at them, and they wanted to flip down. Like, the daily can't seem to go lower than this line for whatever reason. Daily stokes have support here for whatever's been going on. But let's double click on them here. Bearish test coming down. That's a bearish retest. We are starting to drop on the daily time frame. If we drop on the daily, don't be surprised if we end up down here at this liquidity zone. All right? I just don't want anyone freaking out. Like, everyone gets bullish and they think you're just going to keep going up forever. Then we start going down again. They're like, what? I thought it never comes down. Every single day, you should take it like a fresh day. What happened yesterday is great. Refresh the area. Look at the levels. Again, we're doing well in the trend. I mean, we had a low, we had a high. We had a higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. But on this trend up, we must put in a higher high. If Bitcoin does not, which it really right now on the daily is suggesting that it's making an M pattern. And I went over this with my live streamers. I went over this with my group. I go over this with you guys every single day. I said, watch out for the M. That M will break you to this area. All right? That'd also be the measured move of the symmetrical triangle, of the ascending triangle, which has a 50% shot. It's not a full-blown bullish pattern. It's a pattern that can break up or down either way, 50% of the time. So this is something we're looking at here for Bitcoin. All right? Get yourself scheduled and ready. So is there more downside coming? Possible for the daily, right off the bat when we look at that. 3-day is also spent. And when the 3-day gets spent, it's not the best look. If you look at the 3-day, it's kind of in a bear flag. At the end of the day, we're going to look at that in a bigger time frame. And it's not the worst in the world, but is the 3-day setting up for a giant double bottom? Then are we going to get up here? Come down. Then we'll get the legs back up to the liquidity zone. One thing I will say is we broke above this node and this node. And usually when you do that, you end up to this area. You get sucked up to the next liquidity zone. All right. So that's the one, But we got the 3-day to worry about. It's not looking too great. All right. It's not looking too great. The bigger time frame suggests that we probably have bottomed on a bigger idea. Like, even if we come down and bounce off of 18, 21, 19K, which would be a nice reset. I mean, the 2-week chart looks very, very nice. And I'll tell you, I accumulate Bitcoin. I'm going to give you exactly how I became wealthy, or how, I don't want to say wealthy yet because I don't have generational wealth, but how I was able to get myself out of the rat race was I was able to buy Bitcoin here, 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 here. Every time the 2-week was low on the stochastics, I coupled that with the crypto fear and greed index, which we'll take a look at right now. And every time the crypto fear and greed index was super low, and at like a 7, 8, 9, or 10, something like that, I would jump on in to BTC. And today it's at a 42. It's like high for me. That's like way too high. You know what I'm saying? What happened to ETH? I had 9K in that thing. I like peanuts and M&M's. Shout out to East Jordan in the house. Shout out to Roddy Robinson, the real dad bot. ETH is a mess of fun right now. Shout out to Gregory, the sniper. 42 right there. I stay away from ETH, man. I'm a Bitcoin dude. Everyone loves their ETH. My ETH was the first coin I ever bought at $89. So I was all over ETH. I feel like I've made mines with ETH. You know what I'm saying? I still accumulate it. You always have a little ETH on the side for sure. But honestly, I don't know. ETH is what it is, Wow, free and greed higher than I thought. Yeah, I mean, it's up at a 42. It's been moving. The deals were down here, baby. This was 17.5. This was 18,000. This was 19K. If you weren't buying down here, you're slipping. I know my man Crypto MUSER. Shout out to Crypto MUSER in the house. Follow my buddy Crypto MUSER on YouTube. He's here right now blessing us with his beautiful presence. And we hit 32,000 subs the other day. Amazing. Amazing. Shout out to anyone who joined the cryptolifers. I greatly appreciate it. We're moving at the speed of light. Shout out to my man Crypto MUSER in the house, though. Dude, banging on him. He'll be back in action, don't worry. But here's my man Crypto MUSER. Follow him on YouTube. I'd greatly appreciate it. Let's get him to 1,000 subs. Let's get the 500 people watching right now to bang on him. Man, he's one of my best friends since I was 12 years old. A sub for him is a sub for me. Shout out to each and every one of you for jumping on into the live and kicking it with the lifer. I thank you. I greatly appreciate it. All right. So the 2-week chart and the crypto fear and greed index have got me through a lot of pain in the last 4 or 5 years. If you have a 5-year plan to quit your job, I'll help you get there. I'm telling you right now, if you have a 5-year plan to quit your job, I'll help you scale yourself mentally. I'll help you get yourself situated physically, because your physical health has everything to do with your mental health. If you're working out every day, if you're taking care of yourself, it's going to be easier to take care of your mental health. Everything in life comes from within. And you want to have your finances in order, your spirits in order, your mind in order, and your body in order. Those are the 4 elements of life. Your finances, your spirits. You know, you got to get your finances in order. Otherwise, your spirits will not be in order. Trust me, it is all connected. That's why I'm out here every day drinking the lemon water, talking about perseverance, talking about hydration. You got to do the right thing at all times to take care of yourself. I don't even have a job. Save me still. Honestly, people without a job is almost better because you could go your own way now. Go get a piece of wood, start whittling it, start selling wooden toys. I'm telling you right now, you gave me 2 rocks, I would knock them together, I would sell a rock sculpture. It does not matter what happens in the game. I would make sure that I had something to sell, something to do, even if I had absolutely nothing. You give me sand, I'll make sand castles. I'll make people take pictures in front of them. I'm telling you right now, someone with a dream, someone with a mind, you give them nothing, they will turn it into something. I had a YouTube channel and a logo. Turn it into a beautiful company that's striving while a lot of other YouTubers are falling off the face of the map. So shout out to each and every one of you for jumping on in. Thank you for being here. And let's take a look back at what we're seeing for Bitcoin on the lower time frames here as it dumps on the 7-minute. If you're in my trading group, I basically told you that this was highly likely to dump on the 7-minute time frame. Right here, I made you a tiny little flag this morning, and I said, look, and the 7-minute was getting high, and I said, that doesn't look good. 7-minute probably going to dump. Then it made some divergence, went sideways, and it dumped again. Look, flag to a flag. If you know how to draw your flags, then you're dumping. See that? But to me, it's good. I mean, you reset the 4-hour beautifully to the base of this. So what you don't want to see is you don't want to see a drop and a bearish retest trying to get back in. That would be the short. Might even bearishly retest this area. So you're looking for what's called a bearish retest. What is that? Bitcoin, potential retest of the breakout pattern. Check out the 8-hour time frame. I see what he's saying. He's saying, like, look, this pattern broke out here. I'll draw it in a second. You know, I see what you're saying. I see what he's saying, but you know what? You know why that doesn't fly with me? Because a retest coincides with low stochastics. So you said retest on the 8-hour, but the 8-hour still has way more room to push to the downside. Usually when you get a retest, you're already low in the stochastics. That's how you know the retest is occurring. See, if you're a stochastics trader, they'll make you way better with your retest because you'll understand how to use the stochastics in conjunction with the retest. What I mean by that is when price action is ready to move, right, to the upside, it bounces with the stochastics when they're low, right? So like you could even have called this like a bit of a retest here for an SR flip right here. Look, you had resistance here. You had resistance there. So you'd say once you get back up and bounce, you would bounce away. And look, you bounce there. That was a bullish retest of this resistance. You see? Resistance. Are you with me? Resistance. You came out, you bullishly retested the resistance, you bounced. What was happening? The Stokes were low. So 9 out of 10 times when you get a real full-blown retest, you know, now the 8-hour could flip on us. You see, this could just, and we could start doing something different. So I don't put a lot of weight on it. But right now we are based at the bottom of the triangle. So I use my 15, my 1 hour, and my 4 hour, my daily most. Every once in a while, the 12 hour and the 22 when needed. But these are my go-to time frames. So right now, look, we're oversold on the 1 hour. We're very low on the RSI. And I'll give you something amazing too. This is pointed out by Kevin Calderonster, one of my elite traders in the group. And he said, Sam, I've been doing a cool strategy. He said, look, I long every time the 1 hour goes below the dotted line. And I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, well, every time it happened, I got a beautiful move. So like right here, the 1 hour got below the dotted line in the RSI. Beautiful pump all the way back up. Right here, the 1 hour got below the dotted line on the RSI. Beautiful pump to the upside. Right here, the 1 hour got below the dotted line. Beautiful pump to the upside. Right here, the 1 hour got below the dotted line. Beautiful pump. And where are we now? Wow. We're below the dotted line. Each time making a higher low than the first time. That tells me we should long that right now. The last few times in a row, it was a beautiful move. However, there was low, and then we went a little lower. So you do want to wait for the divergence. If you can get divergence on the 1 hour, that would be beautiful. So, funny, you see a little bit of hidden bullish. Let me show you what I mean. You take this and you swing this. Ooh, how did I get our fib there? Wrong line. You take this and you swing this, and that's a slight uptrend. You see that? But you go in the RSI, and it's a downtrend. Clear as day. That is hidden bullish divergence right there. Tell you that the trend will continue to the upside. It's a funny hidden bullish, but it's hidden bullish nonetheless. If you don't know what divergences is, you must take my beginner's course. It's every single Tuesday. Today at 2 o'clock, I teach a beginner's course. Come on in and jump on in. It'll blow your mind. Take the beginner's course. Learn the language of the charts. I go over the MACD, the moving averages, the stochastics RSI, divergences, and the RSI. Even more, I give you a 9-point checklist that I personally created over 7 years of trading inside of a PowerPoint to blow your mind. So, slight edge to my wrist, yeah. Great teaching. Makes so much sense. Yes, it does. Calderon, that's so awesome. Backtesting. So sweet seeing this, peeps. You will learn these things in the group. Link, join under the video. When you said read the Lifer's testimonials, you'll know you're in the right place. Everyone read the testimonials, and you'll know you're in the right place. But I teach class today at 2 o'clock. You still have time to jump on in. Email cryptolifers@gmail.com. You can pay with PayPal or cryptocurrency. I'm telling you right now, the class is awesome. It'll blow your mind. Jump on into class. I know people don't want to take class during the summer, but I'm telling you right now, it's the best time to get educated before we rip into a bull market. It took me 4.5 years to really get a handle on crypto. The next halving is less than 2 years away. You have less than 2 years to get a handle on cryptocurrency. I'm telling you right now, it's not going to be easy. It's going to be a hard road, but I'm going to be there for you every step of the way, teaching you, mentoring you, educating you, empowering you, giving you mental stability, and showing you that if I can show up every single day with a positive attitude, that there's no reason that you can't either. We can show up every day and say, thank you, dear Lord, for this blessing in which you've given us. Thank you for the breath in our air. Thank you for the fresh air. Thank you for everything in which you have given us in our life. We are blessed to see the Lifer on stage 3 times today. I will be on stage 3 times today. Today I will be on BitBoy's show. All right? We have to actually end the live stream early today at 11:20. I'll be gone. I'll be on the live BitBoy show, the day show, which is a big deal for me. It's like my 4th time on the show. Big deal. I'll be on that show today. All right? How's the audio looking? Because I'm going to use the same audio settings. I don't want to touch them. Crypto Sammy, you can or pay in crypto, whatever is easiest for you. I can do it early. So cool. Running the gauntlet today. We are really running the gauntlet. I'm going to be on this show. Then I'm going to be on BitBoy. Then I'm also going to do a beginner's course from 2 to 4. And then on top of that, I'm also going to be on Around the Blockchain today at 5 p.m. So it's going to be insane. 3 live streams throughout the internet. I haven't seen it before, like just dominating the airwaves. And shout out to the BitBoy crew. Without them, this would not be possible. So shout out to Ben for everything he did with his life, pushing himself forward. All the perseverance he's gone through, all the ups and downs, all the failures that he's turned into successes. You got to give someone credit that fights through the moment every single time. So shout out to the whole crew over there at BitBoy, the Bit Squad. We love you. Lifer Gang, Bit Squad, together forever. Appreciate it. What up, family? That's where the first discovered you, Sam. Great way to promote your awesome group. Much appreciated, as always, my man. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Bullish of Lifer. Whoa. Audio is great. Good tone. No clipping. My man just said yo, thank you so much. The way you said that lets me know you're an audio guy. Audio sounds like it's slightly high. You were born for this. You are doing awesome. Shout out to my man, Roddy Robinson of the game. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. So look. Tight channel. I know everyone has their opinions. I get it. So I gave you the bearish tone, where we could go bearishly if we drop to the downside. Just want to put that out there, all right? That's where I saw you on BitBoy, yeah. Do you have classes after 5 p.m.? I work at 2. We have ones on Saturday. The first Saturday of every month, we teach a class from 9 a.m. to 12 a.m. So if you want class from 9 a.m. to 12, jump on into that class. It'll blow your mind. So look, here's our measured move. If this ascending triangle decides to dump to the downside, all right, we're talking about a 20,000. That could be the 3-day chart. Remember, the 3-day is not looking too gravy. However, there's been a few times where I've seen the 3-day just frolic to the upside, or the price frolic to the upside while the 3-day resets. So that can happen. All right. Okay. Okay, so keeping it moving. So we needed the 7-minute to dump. It did. We got the divergence. Beautiful. There it is right there. The last time I called 7-minute divergence, if you remember, it was back here. It was crazy, but it was all the way back here, right there. And we called this bottom for Bitcoin live on the channel with 7-minute divergence. See it? You had this sharp swing down, And you had this sharp swing up. And we said, hey, that's an entry. I went in, I longed that right now. That long is still up huge from the $20,800 entry. So we longed the 7-minute divergence. Do we long the 7-minute divergence again? You know what? I say yes. I believe Bitcoin is going to bounce back to the upside here. But, watch out. It looks like it's going to break out of this rising wedge. Look, this is what we have. We have that same pattern that I keep finding. The rising wedge that has the hump in it. The falling wedge, I'm sorry, that has the hump in it. It's like this, look. It's like this. Like, you have the wedge, but then you break the wedge completely. You go up out of it. You come back into it. It forms a wedge anyway, and then it ends up breaking out just like a wedge, no matter what. And we did, yeah. Can almost like, I'm going to get rid of this flag now. So look, we hit the measured move of the flag. So I called bearish. If you're in my trading group, I called bearish the second I saw this dump. 7-minute was going to dump on us, and it did. Took us from about 23,387 all the way to 23K. All right. So a classic descending rhino wedge pattern. They're funny. Classic rhino wedge like that. You can also say you broke out of this, broke back in. Yeah, rhino wedge. I get it. Because it has like a rhino head coming out of the wedge. So we're going off this idea here. The bullish divergence. Swing down to swing down. Swing up to swing up. I want to see a bounce. Now, we have resistance. This is what happens. You now have resistance here. If the bears can't get back above 23,300, expect more downside. It's so simple as that. Like, it's the simplest thing. And look, resistance, 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 resistance. That's heavy duty resistance. That you can make that a range bound area. So that's when I pull off this and I say, look, because look, so if the bulls don't get above this, expect more downside, period. If the bulls can't get above this zone, expect more downside. It's that simple, That's it. That's it. Here's BOOKMAP. And you can see there was heavy liquidations down here. That was heavy liquidations right there. Definitely, for sure. Bouncing back to the upside. Let's take a look at the liquidity here. Big buys here at 22,750. So there's a buy wall right there. If we go any lower, there's a huge form of global liquidity. However, there's a lot of sell orders here at 23.5. So we're kind of mapped up again, and that makes sense. Look, when you look at the chart, it makes sense. The chart's getting tight. BOOKMAP's getting tight. It's funny how this liquidity moves with the pattern. So if you're not a pattern trader, it's hard to understand what's happening here. Also, do you guys see it, or is it me? The Sammy coming handy to the upside. Yeah. Best T in the game, lifer. Shout out to JSoul8484, my man. Thank you for saying that. I appreciate that. That is the nicest compliment you can give me because it's what I do for a living. For you to recognize what I do and say it's the best in the game, that's amazing. So, possible cup with a handle here. Sloppy cup and handle. But can we break out of this wedge back to the upside with the bullish divergence? We're oversold now on the 15. We're oversold now on the 1 hour. We're oversold now getting there on the 4 hour. I wouldn't be surprised if it flipped back to the upside. So these time frames have to take precedent. We got to get a pump up here. We don't have to, but you know what I'm saying? Like, it's likely the stochastics pump back to the upside. So that's what I'm calling for, a pump back to the upside off of 23,000. No guarantees, but the probability is in our favor that we could get a pump back to the upside. Why? We have bullish divergence. I also showed you the hidden bullish on the 1 hour time frame. What is hidden bullish divergence? Let me get out of this for a second and show you. Actually, you know what? We'll do our groups. Oh yeah, you don't put the 5 in it. You don't put indicators in the group. You just put lines. Ooh. Oh, it ends up with the MACD in there, huh? And I see what's going on. All right. I got a huge group, so I'm going to just all the way down to here. There we go. So look, what I want to show you is just divergence clean. Hello, Sam. Is it possible to take a look at Bitcoin BTCS? Thank you. God bless you and your family. Shout out to Dole. Thank you for saying that. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for the 100,000 IDR. I have no idea what that is. Shout out to SWINGBY. My man wants to look at SWINGBY. We'll take a SWINGBY. It's like you always come on when BTCS ready for a decent little pump up. LOL. Unrelated, just curious, what software do you use to stream? Streamlabs OBS? I use Streamlabs OBS instead of OBS Studio. Streamlabs OBS. Let me know why, though. Tell me. You might have, possibly biggest bearish picture just to think about it. Weekly Bitcoin hitting the 10 MA. Possibly bear flag. Could create a huge double bottom if we saw a dump to 20K-ish. Also a good to look at both. We already went over that. We already talked about the double bottom, JD, at the beginning of the live, man. It makes me think you didn't see it. Anyway, let's move on. But I appreciate your insight. Thank you. I'm sorry to be a know-it-all, but I did go over that idea already. We talked about a giant double bottom. We already went over it. We talked about the 3-day being extremely oversold. Overbought, That's how I know you just jumped into the live. I could be wrong, but it makes me think because you're repeating what we went over. But you also said it on the weekly, though. Lifer keeping it real as always. Love this dude, and his content is banging. Shout out to Northern Crypto. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate each and every one of you for jumping on in. Shout out to the 555 people on the live. $21 in chat revenue, 239 likes, and 555 people. Come on, my lifers are the strongest, most awesome people. I didn't just join in, but dude, I get it. Makes sense. Lifer live on BitBoy, the morning show today at 11:30 Eastern Time, a cryptocurrency show discussing the crypto market news. Let's support Lifer and your Lifer community. My dog Lifer is relatable. Shout out to Michael Loretta. I love you, man. He's sharply observant. Morning, Lifer. If you're thinking about joining the Discord, just do it. I'm telling you right now, that's what someone said. So let's get those likes up, everybody. Don't play me. I would never play you. I would never come to your house and not eat dinner. Don't come to my house and not hit that like button. Do the right thing. It's respect. It's human respect. Like, I run a business. This is my family. The best thing you could do for someone, and it's good karma points for you in your life. You're going to help someone else get educated, help someone find me through this algorithm. It's us we didn't pay not one advertising company to get these views. Every other company did. You could see every single other big YouTube channel did. It's obvious. But here, we get like ratios that are unbelievable. We move at the speed of light. It's you people that are doing it. I can't do it without you. I'm powerless without you. So it's you. I need you to hit that like button. I need it. Like, it's you are getting me to my next level in life. Without you, my channel doesn't go anywhere. Each and every one of you got me to 32,000. You're going to get me to 50 to 100K. I show up every day. You show up every day. The like button's that important. I hate asking for it because I'm not, it's part of the algorithm. We just got to do it. So do the right thing for the kid. Push it and get us moving. I greatly appreciate it. We got The Real Crypto Lifer. Follow me on Instagram. I'd greatly appreciate it here. We're starting to move. I had 12,000 Instagram followers. I have to start back from scratch. It's not fun. Key insight, awesome information. Jump on in. Follow me here at The Real Crypto Lifer. I'd greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much. Okay. Class is today. If you're not getting into class, you're playing yourself. So look, I'm telling you right now, for $99, you will accelerate your entire learning very, very fast. So look, price action swinging to the upside. Price action here is swinging to the downside. That is called hidden bullish divergence. Now, normally I like to see it on a bigger scale, but it's hidden nonetheless. It's an upswing on price with a downswing on the RSI, and we're ready to move back to the upside. That's a good sign. Hands down, that's a beautiful sign. Thank you for the follows. I appreciate it. My phone vibrated. I was like, what is that? It was the follows on Instagram. If you had to say thank you for a free meal, you would do it. So say thank you for the free class by hitting the like button. Let's get it, Lifer. Great day. Honestly, this class could probably get you a bunch of free meals. People don't think about it like that. This class could feed you if you do it right. So Bitcoin forming this beautiful ascending triangle. We went over this. We said the 4 hours overbought. We're likely to dump to the bottom of the triangle. We called this just the other day. We added at hello. We said if we don't get above the zone, look for the 4 hour to bring us back down here to this low level of liquidity. 23,000. I mean, this was obvious. This was child's play. The 7 minute gave us exactly what was going to happen. All right. I'll slap my group back on here. So I'm expecting a bounce for Bitcoin. You see why. I sent you a message on IG about recovering your account. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Kevin Christopher, you're the man, dude. Thank you very, very much. I think we're going to get it back. I always get what I put my mind to, and I put my mind to get my Instagram account back. I believe I'm going to get it back. I never give up. Never. I won't give up until the day I die on anything that I put my mind to, because you know what? You only lose when you give up. As long as you don't give up, you've never lost. Remember that. That's true. I don't care how cliche you think it is. Facts. You never give up. You know, you never lose unless you give up. So I'm expecting a bounce here off the hidden bullish of the 1 hour and the bullish divergence of the 7 minute. I am expecting a bounce for Bitcoin. So I'm calling a bounce for Bitcoin back at least to the top here. However, I'm a small, I look at the smaller time frames. 7 minute must get back above big time resistance. So this is now resistance. So the bulls must break back above this level here. So simple. You can even say it's this level here. We'll move it up all the way to the niche. Right there. But bulls must break back above this level to remain bullish. Simple as that. As long as you start using smaller time frame support and resistance to identify whether you're bearish or bullish, you're going to have a way better time trading. Let me say that again. As long as you're using smaller time frame support and resistance to confirm whether you're bearish or bullish, you're going to have a way easier time trading. Yo, you get hit, you keep on going. That's how winning is done. Exactly. Everyone has a plan until they get punched in the mouth. You know what I'm saying? Then what do? That's the idea here. We're bouncing back. Look, we went to 22.9 when I said we were going to get a bounce. We're back at 23.100 all the way. All right? Nothing is guaranteed in trading. We could dump to the downside in 2 seconds. Everything I say could go right out the window. Nothing I say should be taken as financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. I'm not regulated, and I'm never going to tell you what to do with your money. Never, ever, ever, ever. All I'm going to do is show you support and resistance, Fibonacci, areas to look out for them, probabilities and stochastics, and technical analysis. That is it. Good morning to everyone. Can you check Matic 3L? We will take super chats. BTCS, SWINGBY, Matic 3L. Bulls are fighting on BOOKMAP. They are. They're battling it out. Society, please. Tap tools for the chart. My man. Gabrielle is totally formal and proper. I like that. Wow. Good morning for everyone. Can you check Matic? Yeah, Gabrielle Alvarado. Honestly, because I show up with the collared shirt with respect for myself. We have people who have respect for themselves. They click on my link. They see it. They're like, you know what? I want to be a part of that live stream. I want to be a part of that. That sounds like the place to be, So bulls must break back above 23.4 to remain bullish. It's simple as that. If we don't get back above that area, short the market. You see this? So I'm teaching you how to be ready for a short or a long at any given moment in time. Always open-minded. And all you can do is trade the probabilities as you see them. So right here, bulls must break back above 23,400 to remain bullish. It's simple as that. I think it's likely we will with the strength of the indicators, the 1 hour overbought, oversold, the 4 hour oversold. There's a lot of movement here trying to push us back to the upside. So, and again, it's based on probability. I've seen it many, many times. So I get to cheat because I've seen this for years and years and years. You might have only seen it for 1 year. I've seen it for 7 years. You know what I'm saying? So okay. Yeah, BlackRock making a deal with Coinbase is crazy, right? After September, Shemitah ends. We begin the Jubilee year. Some crazy stuff going to go down, peeps. Wow. Hey, I'm open-minded to it all. Shout out to Daniel K. Your old account tried scanning. Was it my real? I don't think it was my old account, though. I think it was like, you really think it was my old account? Send me the link to that account, please. Because there's like 7 accounts that claim they're me at this point. It's horrible. It's horrible. I need to get the blue check soon, so I don't have to deal with this. And people will know it's only the one with the blue check. Yeah, there's so many. I'm gonna get the blue check soon. We're gonna get squared away. You know what I'm saying? I heard Tom Brady and Giselle increased their stake in FTX, but that was just media. No, they probably did though. I don't. Why wouldn't you? You know. So we got bullish divergence, hidden bullish in the 1 hour. I'm expecting a bounce back to the upside. I would long this right now for BTC. You do whatever makes you happy. Bang, bang, bang. Matic will retrace to 66 cents or 50 cents and then bounce from there. Greatest transfer of wealth is going to happen Daniel Kell, can't wait. What are your thoughts on DCAing into gaming tokens? Any favorites? I do have some favorites. I have Gala. I like DCAing into Gala. I like DCAing into Naka. I like DCAing into Wild. So Wild, Naka, Gala. I like Gods Unchained as well. I think Cetify is going to do well because it's backed by, Alex Becker, and he's not going to lose money, man. He guy's a multi, he's got bread. So all those reasons tell me that we're likely to pump to the upside, So yeah, I'd be looking at Cetify. I'd be looking at a lot of those coins. Alice, I think, will come back up a little bit. I think Gala has a huge company. They're forming like a team of just builders, not just like one thing. So Gala's going to be huge, in my humble opinion. Remember, the stream is going to end early today. Send in your super chats and your stuff. Deep dive. I'm out of here quickly. Half an hour, I'm going to be out of here or less. 11:20, I got to bounce. So remember, the stream will be cut a little short. So get it in while you can. Meta Hero and Everdome. Gods is due. Yeah, Gods Unchained looks pretty good to me too. So look, I believe there's going to be a bounce for Bitcoin. If there's going to be a bounce for Bitcoin, what altcoins are going to move? Well, let's talk about it. If you were in my trading group last night, you got this handed to you on a platter, Standard. Let's talk about Standard, and let's just look at the gains that came in over the last 2-3 days. They were absurd. So look, we talked about ARX before. On July 11th, I was going over this thing. This thing would blast out of the channel to the upside. Wrong before. My team put the wrong before. Completely wrong before, my guys. Look, it's this simple, my guys. Look, ARX, right? Let's see. Today at 9, keep going. 7-11. No, hold on. Is it ARCS though? Hold on. What is the name of the coin? I put it out again today in a flag, but I remember putting out this flag here. See this flag right there? We posted it. I guess, I see what you're saying. But I remember posting that flag. I guess 7-11, 60%. Urus was a beautiful. We went out. Someone asked me about it on the live stream at the end of the live, remember? And I decided to do it. 12:08. It was the last update I did, and I was like, oh, I like this. 26% gain. So because I was gonna end the live stream, but then someone was like, could you please? And so I was like, all right, I got one more I got to do. Because I did the last one, we nailed it. Isn't that funny? So whenever you put in the extra effort, whenever you go an extra step, you're about to do something. You come back and you do the extra move. Look, I saw this double bottom forming here. Thought we would come here or even go there for the retest. It came for the retest and went up 21.5% gains, KP3R. Casper Labs, someone asked about it yesterday, remember 2 days ago. We were on the live at 11:59 p.m. I said, that looks tasty. I draw a flag, likely to break to the upside to the measured move. It hit the exact measured move for a wick, 17% gains. You might have been the one that asked about it. I don't know. You might be here right now. Thank you for asking about Casper Labs. If you're out there, put a comment. Say, it was me. I was the one. Look at Cake in a beautiful ascending triangle. Banged on you for 13.3% gains last night at 10:15. Block, I talked about continuing to break out of this ascending triangle. Then it made a flag. Of course, it broke out of that flag for massive 55% gains. Last night, there was massive gains in the market. All right. Today's the 9th. We took all these gains last night. Look, MTV on July 24th. It took a while for 26% gains, but it went perfectly, went sideways, and eventually would be up. Dang near a month later. Zcash, I put in a flag. Last night at 11:24 p.m., banged on you for 17% gains. So last night, the gains came in hard. Last night at 11 o'clock at night was the time to take some money off the table. Bang, bang, bang. GMT3 out in this beautiful move, and it popped for 30% gains. We talked about it on the live yesterday. Or I put it out yesterday before the live, but couldn't have been live if it was at 8 in the morning, but you get the gist, right? So bang, 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 bang. Gains and more gains with the Lifer family. Shout out to the Blockchain Brawler. You don't have to be in the group to sign up for class. Link should be under the video. Yeah, you can sign up for class. You don't have to be in the trading group. Jump into class, everybody. Get yourself educated. Learn how we did this. Backtest these theories. Then we also have a learning library, which I teach you how I'm doing this stuff, what I'm doing. Then there's a place where you can ask any single question you want and just jump in there. Look, at people are writing paragraphs to each other, helping each other out. It's crazy. Look, the learning library is a learning library. It's where people get together, post charts, and work on their technical analysis. It's a TA school with the greatest minds willing to help you, formulated by me, organized by me, ready for you. So jump on in there every single day, $99 a month. On top of it, we give you token metrics. I talk about this again. Token metrics cost $99 a month, $1,000 for the year. I pay for it. I got it locked and loaded. And then look, we give you the coins that we're talking about. Instead of, we could affiliate link you. Instead, we don't. We share the information with you. Would it dump or pump after the CPI tomorrow? Your guess. Let's take a look at Cadena. Well, Cadena makes sense because it had the DEX. The DEX ramped up. People ran into the DEX, and then it came to the downside. Tanking, I don't know about a tank. It pumped out of the channel. I said look for the retest. See, I'm always looking for the retest. And to me, right, it's getting ready to probably bounce right back out of this to the upside. Like, look, it's retesting here now. This is interesting. I show how I play it, though. Look at it on the daily. Where's the daily? Daily's overbought. See? You don't chase overbought on the daily time frame. And again, remember, these are DCAing, long-term DCAs. Get yourself ready for a long-term DCA. And don't be surprised. Like, what if this starts making a bear flag and dumps to the downside? Are you open-minded for anything that could happen? That's the key. If you're not, then you're going to get rocked and wrecked. Are you open-minded for anything that could happen in the market? Let me hear you. I need to see in the comment section, are you open-minded for anything that could happen in the markets? Shout out to the 611 people, 392 likes. We got new people here. We get the likes up to the watchers on every single show. Yesterday, we had 700 likes and 600 people. Let's get it moving, everybody. Got to get the likes up to the watchers. I would greatly, greatly appreciate it. We've gone over Bitcoin already. I'm expecting a bit of a bounce there. We talked about that. We also, every day on the show, we give you more information. We have an awesome list here called The Show. All right. And what The Show is it has all the awesome indicators that you need to get through the markets. So we look at the Dow every single day. Look at the Dow on the daily, starting to want to dump there. Let's look at it in the 4 hour. 4 hours oversold with a pump, though. I like that. I've seen the daily oscillate while the smaller indicators move. I want to see a pump back up here for the dollar. For the Dow Jones. So the Dow Jones looking like it could pump out of a bull flag to the upside. Measured move for the Dow is 34,077. Back to 34K would be awesome for the Dow. Let's take a look at the 1 hour. 1 hour also trying to make a loop back to the upside. 15-minute, very oversold, and we're still in the flag. That's very bullish for the Dow. Also, let me show you something for the Dow Jones right here that someone might not notice. I like crypto because it doesn't do all these, but look, that's a cup with a handle here. Sammy, cup and handy for the Dow Jones, as it also is retesting the top of this angle here. I can see the Dow Jones breaking out on the 15 oversold. That's bullish just for the overall world markets. We want to see the Dow pumping. People make money in the stocks. What do? They sell some stocks, and what do? They buy a little bit of bitty Bitcoin, don't they? Once they're up on something, I got house money. So you want people to make money in the stock market because then they put money into crypto. It becomes a more risk asset. So you want them to make money when they're not as... It's risky trading, but someone who's been trading the stock market doesn't consider it as risky. They consider crypto way riskier. So you want people to make money in the Dow Jones. Dow Jones looks like it's going to pump on the 1 hour and the 4 hour and flip that daily. I'm excited. Dow looks like it's going to pump. So I'm excited for that. Let's take a look at ES1, the E-mini futures for the S&P. We talked about this today too. 50-minute is heading down a little bit, but you got bullish divergence there. Right there, you got bullish divergence. You have swing down here at the end, swing up on the end tip here. Just the tip, get it? Ooh, sorry. But look at this. So now look, the 1 hour is also oversold. Even the 1 hour's got that. It's got that slight hidden. Not really though. I'm expecting a bounce off this trend line. We held. This trend line just hold with the 200-day moving average and a POC right there. Once we get above that POC, look for the S&P to easily glide its way right back out and up into the next area of resistance, which is the top of the channel. So I would not be surprised if we come right up here and boom for the ES1 mini S&P mini futures, right? Did I miss Matic 3L deep dive? No, I haven't done it yet. We still have stuff to go over in the world markets, really, like to make sure that everything else is kosher, you know? Bit of a shoulder, head, and a kind of a right shoulder there. Messy. Really messy. And kind of a falling wedge here, too. Like a bigger one. See that? Or actually a symmetrical triangle now. See this one here? See that triangle in there? Anyway, I'm expecting a bounce for the S&P off the 1 hour and the 4 hour being oversold. That's a beautiful thing. That's going to give us a bounce for Bitcoin. I am bullish on Bitcoin for the next 2 days because the S&P mini futures want to bounce. You see us break this level and do a bearish retest, I will change my tune. So I'll watch this closely in the smaller time frames, but I am calling a bounce for the S&P back to the upside. Also, I know you're going to blow your mind. You're not going to like this. Yeah, you might like this. My lifers like it. The haters that watch me are like, how does he... Sammy, cup and handy to the upside. Look, it's a cup and handle. See, there's a cup, there's a handle. Measured move is the length of the diagonal area here. Back to the upside. If we hit this, you have to kiss the cup and handle. All right? Are there any doubters of my cup and handle stuff here? There's got to be. It's okay, be honest. Just be honest. Are there any doubters of the Sammy cup and handy? You think I use it too much? Just be honest. I want to hear it. It's okay. It's okay. You can let it out. You're learning. You may not understand everything. Let me know if you think the cup and handle is absurd. If I use it too much, let me know. But what I want to say is if we hit this level, you're going to have to come back on the channel and say, I kissed the cup and handle. All right? I kissed the cup and handle. 7-minute coming back for the double bottom. You'll get offended. Some are a little questionable. No, I've seen it work 100 times. Who got wrecked? Tortellini. I like cup and handles. They're more than real. No way. It's okay. It's okay. Let me roast you. It works, baby. It's amazing. Not enough, bros. Sammy cup and handy works 80% of the time. Jow. ES1 nearing in on the 0.05 fib retracement level from the top to the bottom. Nearly overbought on the RSI. Looks like a double top on the daily time frame to me. What do you think? I do not see the double top of the daily. We are high, though. I hear, yeah, you got to, yeah, that could be a double top right there. Right here, for sure. But that's okay, because look, you could bounce up here, and you could end up in a bigger channel. You're right 100%. That is a double top. Boink, boink. Let's just see what the 4-hour can do. Can it get us above that zone? So look, so clear as day. Look at this. I don't know. I think we closed the candle above that zone already, though. If we close the candle above... No, okay, I'm with you. So it will be a double top. So the S&P, I like that you pointed that out. We must break above 4,200. We must break above 4,200 to remain bullish, because otherwise we will double top there. Nice point out. I appreciate that. There are some anomalies in the daily stochastics where they'll begin to pump even when they're that high. So that's why you must heed this 4-hour and see what the 4-hour is going to do. I like this falling wedge at the base of the angle with a move back to the upside here. The 200-day moving average moving through price action. It's a good sign. All right? It's a good sign. Let's take a look at Tether dominance. About to dump on the 4-hour. It pumped up. But look at this. So, yeah, everyone ran into Tether. But now you're overbought on the 1-hour, overbought on the 4-hour, and you're about to come to resistance again. You have resistance right here, too. I'd love to see this dump right now and not make it past this zone. 1-hour is extremely overbought, about to dump. And look, you got a double top there on Tether dominance. So Tether dominance about to dump. S&P looking bullish. I see we're going to be green for most of the day. But again, I could be wrong. Why is my S&P chart getting rejected on the 15? The chart is always either working up to semi cup and handy, in the middle of one, or exploding upwards out of one. No exceptions. You're funny, man. If the S&P gets a pullback, it could set up a giant inverse head and shoulders. Do it. Say cup and handy one more time. Do it. Do it. Send in the super chats for things like that. Sometimes your cup and handles are what I call W patterns. Is there a definition of differentiating them apart, or is it subjective? No, I see the W pattern inside, but not really, though. They're not W patterns, because a W pattern would have to be like this, where you come back down. So you're considering them like sideways Ws. To me, they're too lateral to be a W, so I would have to say no to that. I would have to say no to that, because the cup is here, the handle is here. Now, if it was a falling wedge that hit the bottom, then it is a W. Sometimes it does look like that. I'll give that to you. So when it's more vertical and the bottoms match, then yeah, you got to, I also see inverted head and shoulders, because you get your right shoulder, your head, and your left shoulder, your head, and your right shoulder is just the cup. And then when the cup breaks out, that is the right shoulder. The handle breaking out, So yeah, there's 100 patterns inside, and you can see them all. Super important. So we're looking at the market cap of U.S. Tether dominance, and that looks like to be rejected in dumping. We don't want to see it get above this 624. We want to see it coming on down, baby. We look at the dollar index, and we talked about this. It wanted to break out on the 1 hour. Look at that. It did not get above this resistance. That is awesome. Look, it went all the way up in the Stokes and couldn't get above the zone. It's a good sign. Now we open it up. You can see it has a trend line forming here, and it's high again. The dollar index looks like it's going to dump today. Back down here. It's overbought, getting overbought on the 1 hour. Let's see what it looks like on the 4 hour. Oof. So the dollar wants to pump on the 4 hour. That's interesting. Bitcoin's also low. That's weird. So let's get through our 1 hour first, and then we'll reconvene. Right now, I would like to see the dollar not get above this resistance and continue back to the downside. I want to see it break this trend line and fall out of the bigger pattern that we have it inside here. What I like is the daily pump, and see this green bar, as long as we don't get above this green bar, it's going to be a really good sign that and honestly, I've been calling out the bearish divergence from way before on the bigger time frames. So we've seen bearish divergence on like the weekly and the 2 week. This could be a head and shoulder pattern forming on the dollar. That would be awesome. See that? And we would dump to the downside out of the rising wedge. So daily coming up, but didn't get as much momentum as you would want. Like, I would be disappointed if I was in a coin and it did that much move on the Stokes and we didn't really get above like this middle part. So that's a good sign for the dollar index against Bitcoin, that we could get some bullishness for Bitcoin. All right. RSR analysis, please. My buddy is very bullish on this, calling for his sale price of 0.18. I think 0.011. The reason most people miss the cup and handle is they see the retracement and start feeling bearish when they need to look for the divergences. People would be panicking a lot more about inflation if the report was accurate. Isn't that funny? So look, total market cap is starting to dip. This is what worries me here. It's in a rising wedge for sure, without a doubt. See? And the daily wants to dump on you. And it's just getting started to dump. And normally, I mean, that's a rising wedge. I would short it also, but shoulder head, possibly a head and shoulder pattern. This is the crypto total market cap. It dumps to here. That's its measured move. You would get a double bottom here. There's major support here because there was heavy resistance at this area. That's $951 trillion area. Like, I don't, honestly, psychologically, you don't want to break below 1 trillion ever again. The daily suggests that you're going to. You see that? The daily doesn't look good. We needed to do one of these and just not, keep bouncing off this zone. Let's take a look at a smaller time frame, the 22 hour. That's also overbought and telling you that it's going to dump. Every time it did this, it did dump pretty nicely to the downside. So that's showing signs of bearishness that we're going to have a drop in the total market cap. 4 hours attempting to save the day here, and the 1 hour saying no. So that's why I use my smaller time frame. So we're going to have to watch the 1 hour and the 4 hour now. If we can get above some other zones, they could possibly flip the daily back into a healthy tone. But I do see some bearishness on the bigger time frames that we must heed. So and the thing is, you're up here. The 4 hour could come back up here, and what happens is the 4 hour will make the M pattern. That'll confirm that the daily and the 12 hour want to come down, and that will be the perfect place to enter a short. So get ready for your shorts, prepare for the shorts, prepare for long. Always prepare for both things. Thank you. I'm so sorry. I was profusely sweating. But
I told you it wasn't going to happen immediately.
Thank you. I know. All you just had to say was, I'll get it. I love you. I know. That's exactly what I wanted. The Honeywell.
Yeah.
The little one there. That's all.
Are you still sweating?
I cooled down at one point, yeah.
I told you.
But it was like intense.
Did you take a hot shower?
Right there, there's holes right there. And that white one, can it reach? Okay. Really though, until all the other countries stop using the USD, they'll keep it afloat by printing more and more. I agree, man. They have done it for years now. After a beginner's course, everyone loves to help others, ask questions. 99 is a place not to be shy. We have all the questions, and the lifers love to help each other while we're all practice the gains. Yep. 1111, make a wish. Love the wifer. She's always in the background doing something amazing. Super chats, BTCS, SWINGBY, Matic 3L, Society, please. Tap tools for the chart. RSR, Rodney wants to deep dive with smelly tuna. You guys are funny, man. I like the Mexican peso. Okay, change my mind. Dump tomorrow. So look, hopefully we get a bounce off the divergences and we get a move back to the upside. However, you're going to know on the smaller time frames if you get a bearish retest. That's fine. Just don't let it hit the mic. That's fine on my legs. Nice and low. The key is to get the AC air in here, but it's fine. It's all good. I'll figure it out in a second. What? I hate tuna. He doesn't like fish, even though he's from Florida and he's like surrounded by the water. He's like, I don't eat seafood. I'm like, what?
Fishy, that's fishy.
It's shady.
It's shady, it's fishy.
It's very shady. My wife didn't trust it. She was like, a guy from St. Pete that don't eat marlin? Questionable. Questionable for sure. Now you have bullish divergence on the 15-minute. All right, and that's what you wanted. You wanted on a bigger time frame. I've seen this a bunch of times. Highly likely we will get a bounce, but there's no guarantees. All right, you could get a bearish retest here and continue to the downside. That's why the smaller time frames are going to lead you to where you need to go. You got 7 minutes, Lifer. I know, it's crazy. All right, let me rip through these. See the show. I mean, I can't do the show. It's funny, the show, an hour and a half, just not enough time. My wife always says end the show 11:30. It's like impossible. BTC 3S on the NASDAQ. You want me to look at this? This thing is down in the dumps. What is this? I don't know what this is, man. I'm sorry. I'm moving on. Apologize. All right, SWINGBY. Let's talk about SWINGBY. So yesterday, SWINGBY was in this beautiful ascending triangle. Could push to the upside. However, I want to show you something. The daily was overbought a little bit. Could be looping, but it got a little high, you know, a little bit of a dip. Interesting. So we talked about SWINGBY down here. I pulled a fib so they could probably pop. It did pop. Then it made this ascending triangle. So it popped. Then it made this ascending triangle. Then it dumped here. Hope you had a stop loss right outside the angle. You gotta. People that aren't using stop losses are just, you're foolish. Okay? I have to say, I don't want to call anyone a fool, but don't be a fool. Use a stop loss at all times. Stop loss should be right there. Probably got hit right there. You know? Funky pattern now. Let's redraw and see what we see happening. So once you get stopped out, you gotta have to reassess the situation. So look, this is what we got going on for SWINGBY now. See that? And you may not be stopped out too. You may still be in the trade. SWINGBY looking very oversold. Sorry, I don't know what happened there. I was trying to grab this measured move. Yeah, because then I have to prepare all my charts for BitBoy, which is hectic for me. It is. It's not easy. When people call you, you know, I don't even like, you know, they call you an expert and stuff, which I try not to use that word, expert, you know, but I mean, it's a lot of pressure, right? You're like, I'm going to go on, and I'm always afraid my camera's going to freeze. Something's going to, knock on wood, everything's going to be fine. Everything's going to be fine. But I get nervous with each and every one of you, I'm telling you right now. Some people are nervous on this show, right? This show has become my home now. Like, this is where I get ready for the next thing, you know? I appreciate each and every one of you. Without each and every one of you, I would not have the confidence. You all show up, and everyone, please show up. Lifer, send in the super chats, whatever you can. It gives me the support. It gives me the love. Rodney texts me and says, you got this. Thank you so much, Rodney. I love you. Thank you for everyone here on the live. Appreciate each and every one of you who support the Crypto Lifer throughout everything we do. So look at SWINGBY now. Resituated here. I wouldn't be surprised if SWINGBY made some gains. It's all depending on Bitcoin, though. Bitcoin has to make the move. Wow, 125% gains for SWINGBY. And again, once it breaks this POC here, I've seen that bounce. It's gone. So expect a break out of the POC for a move to the upside. SWINGBY still looking interesting to me. Oversold in the 1 hour. Needs to come on down to the 4 hour, though. I would wait for that 4 hour to come down a little bit. Could come a little lower. You might end up making this pattern here. A falling wedge, too. I did pull a Fibonacci on this. All right. Like so. And we did bounce here off the 618. And that's why I called that bounce. And we got it. Boom. We called that bounce. We drew this before it got there. And I said, get ready for SWINGBY. It's back near the golden pocket. It hit the golden pocket and boomed up immediately. Now it's coming back down after that channel. But it's a very bullish coin. It really is. I would do some fundamental analysis on SWINGBY for your own sake. Okay? SWINGBY. I'm waiting for SWINGBY to come on down on the 4 hour a little bit. Could loop, though. 15 minute, 1 hour, extremely oversold. Expecting you're expecting them to flip. A flip is when a bigger time frame stochastic doesn't make it all the way back down to its dotted line. And the one that I usually, my go-to before it, like the 1 hour, is extremely pinned to the downside. Not letting the 4 hour get any lower, because like the 1 hour is like, I'm going to have to come up. And then the 1 hour comes up with such vengeance, it doesn't let the 4 hour get all the way down to where it wants to go. I call that a flippening and a stochastic flip. I've never heard it. It's not like a known thing. We say it's a known thing in the lifer group, though. You hear people say, I think it needs to flip the 4 hour. Or will the daily flip this? Or can we flip that? Or will the 1 hour flip the 4 hour? Will the 4 hour flip the daily? Will the daily press down on the 1 hour? That's when the other thing happens. The daily's pressing down, the 1 hour has to push up, but the 1 hour just stays pinned and the daily pushes down on it. So by juxtaposing multiple time frame stochastics, we have little, we had to make up terms that we felt kind of described what was going on. We have the flippenings, the flips, and we have the pressings and the pins. Now we bring that in with BOOKMAP, and we're able to really see what's going down. And look, I called this bounce at 22.9. We're at 23,130. Again, so far so good. Bitcoin getting the bounce. The liquidity is getting moved back up. You can see the heat map has left the dark red. They got who they could liquidated down here with big sells, and now they turned into little mini buys that are coming on in, and the volume for the buys are pumping on in. They do want to sell at 23,500. We do have a sell wall at 23,500. What are these crazy shapes? What am I looking at? This is BOOKMAP. Link in the description below. It's global and global plus. You'll be able to have access to where the people actually have orders on the order book for almost a bunch of different assets in the stock market and in cryptocurrency. I'm looking at Binance futures right now, and I'm able to see where all the orders are on Binance futures. This really does help you get an idea of what's happening, because you can look at the oscillators all you want, their probabilities. But where is the order book? Where is the money? Where is the actual liquidity? Where are the big boys hiding? This is important. You want to know this. Many, many times we've seen pin stochastics that we would have shorted the market, and I said, wait. Let's go to BOOKMAP and look for the short squeeze. Then we watched the short squeeze pin. And then we got above resistance, and then Bitcoin would pump to the upside amazingly. We watched like 4 short squeezes in a row last week. Remember? Like it was like a Monday short squeeze, a Tuesday short squeeze, a Wednesday short squeeze, and a Thursday short squeeze. The short squeeze just did not stop happening. All right? Let's take a look at Matic 3L. Society, please. I don't think I'm going to be able to get to the super chats today. I apologize for that. Just don't think I'm going to be able to get to them all. Hey, I get hit in revenue last night. Yep, there's my alarm. Last night we hit $200 or Sunday night, or yesterday. We hit $200 in super chats yesterday during the live. It was amazing. So it comes and goes. You know what I'm saying? I'm blessed for everything I have in this life. Blessed. Why is Matic 3L having such a problem coming up here? So Matic 3L struggling a little bit, but it's so, look at this. It's just getting tighter in the zone. Just getting tighter and tighter and tighter and tighter. I've been looking at that daily, and there's just nothing wrong. Yeah, daily's curving down now, but it's still oversold with higher lows, and it's consolidating so nicely. Look at that consolidation. Yes, you could dump to the downside. Anything could happen, but Matic, look, falling volume with falling price can, and you also have a bull pennant on the daily RSI. That tells me there's a big move coming for Matic. I got out of Matic for 17% gains. Once I'm up, I'm up. Like, you got to take it. It is what it is, So everyone, I'm out for the day. I love all of you. Thank you for being here. I will be on the BitBoy show not too long from now on the live show, so I will catch you there. Thank you so much for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. I thank you so much. Have a great day. We'll look at RSR one quick second, and then I'm out of here for the day. RSR is in a tight channel. I already suggested it would push it up. I talked about an alert there, alert here at the bottom, or when it bounces off. Let's look at the smaller time frames. It did the retest like we talked about. Look, kind of made a tight channel. Look, it went super tight right here. You could have played this bull pennant right here. RSR was on the radar in my group. It's up and looking bullish. Take a look at it on the daily time frame. Daily's a little overbought, so it tells me I would be taking some profits right there for RSR, waiting for a retest. Interesting enough at this resistance. Everyone, thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. Remember, if you came to the channel, then you're already doing the right thing.